Hi everyone, welcome back to Eleanor's restoration. In this one I'm going to be focusing on getting the inner wing fitted. Now a lot of the work I've done before this you can find on my previous videos under the playlist Eleanor's restoration. It's kind of built up to this point and it's not going to take a great deal getting this on, maybe slight fettling with edges and flanges, but other than that it should be a combination of spot welds and plug welds. So the first thing I'm going to do is go over where it's attached and where I need to get some good seals, if you like, close surfaces that can be then spot welded and plug welded. So I'll go over that bit by bit and then we can start marking up where the paint needs removed. I say we, I mean me. Starting at the front of the car, the inner wing attaches to the bulkhead. Move the hinge out of the way. This flange all the way down here, it goes from the very top onto the cross member. You've got a flange along here. Cross member support, there's a flange all the way up here, and then also the box section or cross member underneath. There's parts there, and down the back of here. If I can move you slightly up. On the top dash rail onto the A-post where I've done the repairs previously, it needs attached here, and you'll probably get about 4 spot welds on here. And that's pretty much it for the bulkhead front end side of it. Now all of these areas here I can get in with my spot welder and extended arms, so I just need to make sure that the seals are tight, the paint's removed, to get basically good penetration. And I can do that with the clamps I've got, which I'll cover at that stage. From inside the car, the flange you're looking at here is the flange. This part is the floor and this part is the toe board part of the bulkhead. So welded all the way along here, and then the box and plate all the way up here. Now these areas, this flange here, I can't get into with the spot welder because it fouls on the A-post, it just won't close tight enough to get a contact. So basically this on the other side needs drilled out, and this will be plug welded on this flange. Similarly, the flange on the partial shelf that goes round here, you can't get into with the spot welder, so this again will need to be plug welded from the other side in from here. The box and plate all the way up here and further up, I will be able to get in with the spot welder, so this will be spot welded all the way up here to the arch. Similarly, this can be spot welded. This is the end of the arch where behind you've seen the work previously on the hinge post, A-post. There's quite a few things in here, so yeah, so spot welded various places all the way up there. And from the lower part you have this flange up here that goes onto the toe board. Again, I'll not reach that with the spot welder, so that will need to be plug welded. This part here, where it meets onto the underneath the cross member, will be able to be spot welded up there. That's all the places it's attached. Like I say, it's a mixture of spot welds and plug welds. So I'm going to need to drill holes. We need to drill holes along here for the partial shelf, along the bottom of here for the bottom flange, and along here for this flange. Other than that, everything else is spot welds, and it'll make my life an awful lot easier. It's bolted on just now because I've obviously been doing all the work to the bulkhead in previous videos. So I've got bolted on to the door, and it's bolted on with the suspension mount, the shock mount. So before I take this off and bolt it, the 4 bolts that I'll just lift off, I'm just going to get out with a marker, Tip-X I'll probably use, and just mark the areas on here that need paint removed, because where this is positioned just now is where it should be staying, and it makes sense to do it before I take it off rather than off on, and next time it goes on it'll be its final place for welding. So I'm going to stick it on a time lapse as best I can, cover as much I can, let you guys watch it while I get it all marked, prepped, and hopefully fitted back on. And that footage you just seen was about 12 months ago. So 12 months of not doing anything to Eleanor. Moved house in that time, that's about 6 months ago now. Got the garage here. I've been doing quite a bit of stuff to Ed, having quite a few problems with him sitting for a while and not being used, so trying to get him back up to a level, and more recently I've been doing stuff with Poppy. Now, Eleanor behind me has not been touched because I need to move things about a bit so that I can start working on it again. As it stands at the moment, there's not enough room. There's enough room for storage, but when the front wings are welded on, it adds probably roughly about 2 feet to the front, and then the front end on top of that. So I need to make sure I've got the right storage to work and move cars and things like that. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm not going to start on camera. I'm just going to rearrange things so I can get in. I'll give you a quick look around the garage as it stands and when I'm finished, and then we can finally finish the inner wings. The longest time ever to finish inner wings, and then I can start getting on bit by bit with Eleanor again, because I have missed working on her, and I just want her to start looking more like a mini again. So yeah, that's my mission for today. As I turn around, this is the space I've got for Eleanor at the moment. Very limited. Lots more space, and I can work on Eleanor. So I've spent the day sorting the garage, moving things, so I'm ready for the winter. I can work on all my projects no matter what the weather, which means Eleanor will be returning very soon, so stay tuned. I'm looking forward to getting into her, and I'm looking forward to a bit of variety. I've got stuff to do on Ed, stuff to do on Poppy behind you, and obviously Eleanor haven't had attention for a while. Start getting her built up, she's now a rust free car, so yeah, stay tuned. So thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers!